It's unfortunate that I'm going to have to start on a sad note. Very unfortunate and rather unexpected that in this day and age, 2022, 21st century, that we would actually be having issues relating around crowd control and deaths at our stadia on account of ineffective crowd control. And the events in Yaoundé the other day on Monday, the 24th of January, were very sad and very unfortunate. Very, very sad. And the buck passing has started. So the local organizing committee said it is CAF's duty to provide security. CAF says through its president that it's the job of the local people. But what it doesn't change is the fact that 8 people died and many more are in hospital with life-changing injuries just because they want to go in and watch a game of football. In this day and age, we can't effect crowd control successfully for a major tournament in Africa. It's sad. May the souls of the departed rest in peace. May we also find the wisdom and the selflessness within our leadership to actually be able to get to the bottom of this for goodness sake, so that it doesn't happen again. Enough is enough, we say. Okay. It's not a good time to start talking football, but then that's what the Afcon is all about. And we pray for the soul of the departed. We're sad that they departed, but unfortunately, life has to go on. So my desire, before I took 2 minutes of your time, was to come and talk about the theme of the tournament so far. But I wouldn't go into the theme of the tournament without first talking about my own beloved Super Eagles team crashing out of the competition in the hands of a second-string Tunisian team. Second string, I say, because the Tunisian team was riddled with COVID. A lot of their players were out with COVID, including their head coach, and they still managed to outsmart and tactically evade the Super Eagles of Nigeria, who were the pre-tournament favorites and the team of the first round, and got past them and beat them 1-0. And it was a game of tactical genius. It was a tactical masterclass, which begs the question that I always ask, and the things that I always say about tactics, coaching, and scouting and analysis in Africa. I think by now we should have come of age. I think by now we should have African coaches that can actually go and we play matches where tactically we can match each other, and we know that this is tactic versus tactic. You know, when Thomas Tuchel takes on Pep Guardiola, you know that the effect of the players are minimal, but the tactics are important. And we didn't see that on that day, unfortunately. We didn't. And which brings me to why we, myself and a few people, set up this organization called the African Football Scouts and Coaches Association, of which we have about 400 members at the moment. Proudly I say, with a desire and an objective to actually be there to raise the profile and the standard of coaching in Africa. I'm all for African coaches. I'm all for coaches of African origin to take over as coaches of African nations, because no one can know our respective nations better than our own coaches. But we need to develop ourselves, don't we? We need to be better at what we do. We need to actually clue in and tune in to what the modern day football effect is in terms of tactical analysis, tactical scouting, and being able to transfer it onto the pitch. You will say the coach of Tunisia is Tunisian, so hence he's African, but guys, you know what we're talking about. Okay. Unfortunately, the pre-tournament favorites, the team of the first round that had the coach of the first round, did not make it beyond the second round. first time in about 40 years since Nigeria didn't make it to the quarterfinals. And in the days when the quarterfinal was the second round, I'll say first time in 12, 13 years since 2008 that Nigeria didn't go beyond the quarterfinals or beyond the second round after the first round of games. Sad. But I want to talk about teams that are doing something. I came here the other day, I said there are no minnows in African football. And the minnows are showing up that they're not minnows. Comoros. I talked to you about Comoros on this platform a couple of times ago. Talked about the goalkeeper. Can somebody tell me, do they have a goalkeeping academy in Comoros? Or is it that everybody that plays football there is a natural goalkeeper? That team played against Cameroon. The first goalkeeper was out, second goalkeeper was out, third goalkeeper was ill. So they had to use their outfield player, their left back, to play in goal for them. And the scoreline was 2-1. The defense worked well. This guy, number 3, touched the ball more than some outfield players because you could see that he was not a trained goalkeeper. He was doing a lot with his feet and his head, but he made some saves as well. He was remarkable. The goalkeeper of Comoros, when they played Ghana, was wonderful. When they played Morocco, was the man of the match, although they lost. But this young man, against the hosts Cameroon, with the crowd billowing on him, he was superb, and he deserved a mention. Well done, Comoros. I'm going to miss them because they were a breath of fresh air. They were attacking as much as they were defending. Breath of fresh air to African football. But the team that I want to talk about, that I've been talking about since, is Gambia. What's happened in the Gambia? They've just come up in leaps and bounds, haven't they? They've gone through the first round with 3 games, 2 wins and a draw. Drawing with Malawi, beating Mauritania, and beating Tunisia, the team that beat Nigeria. Then they moved forward, got to the second round of games and beat Guinea Conakry. And now set up a quarterfinal tie with Cameroon. And you're wondering, what exactly is it about them? It's coaching. It's coaching. Do you know what's funny? The irony of this? Tom Saintfiet was the coach of Namibia about 11, 12 years ago. I'm trying to remember. When he was sacked by Namibia because he lost a game to Gambia. See the irony. 12 years later, he's in Gambia now, and they're prepared to give him Gambian citizenship. He is Belgian, by the way. But he's astute. He's brought modernity into psychology and mental coaching, and he knows how to get the best out of his players. Tactically, he got it spot on. Watch out for them. They may not go beyond the quarterfinal, but it will not be an easy ride for Cameroon. For me, so far, having considered just the one goal, that goal being a penalty, saving a penalty along the way, for me so far, that is my team of the tournament for the minute. I'm wary. Be wary of them. And I say well done to the Gambia, because they are debutants. They're not the first debutants to get to the quarterfinal, but they've gone to the quarterfinal playing some good football, unbeaten, and playing very well. My story of the Afcon for today started on a sad note, and I cannot pretend not to be sad at the loss of lives at the Olympic Stadium in Yaoundé. Please, CAF, FIFA, and the authorities get it right, so that we don't see this again, ever. Remember to subscribe to me on my YouTube channel, drop your comments please, and remember my book is out, Afcon Heroes and Legends. You can get it on Amazon or on my website. Till I see you again, keep well.